went from being bullied to being a bully. So I used
Transition.
to... Yeah. So I moved from being the kid who was picked on and I was picking on other people. But it wasn't that thing, I'm just picking on someone who didn't do anything to me. Niko go lata because you did something to me.
Where no,
Straight.
Papa.
Yeah, there was a kid. I don't remember his name. I was walking up the stairs, primary, and I think I was in grade 6. And he's like, bloody K word. I don't like saying that word because I'm boring.
Hey, I'm not gonna say it.
Immediately, and you waiting for my eight out of anger. Second break, he still had those 4 fingers. It was from an older grade. So I was like, hey, I'll tell you this for sure. What made me relax was because I didn't care. I didn't care about accounting. I didn't care about going to class. And I had a very wonderful lecturer, may his soul rest in peace. Ma'am Chabalala was amazing at accounting. Even if you didn't do accounting in high school, you would pass it. I'd get in late.
And you failed anyway.
You know?
Yeah.
I'd get in late. And also I'd find distractions. So Mr. and Mrs. TUT. Drama Society. I did poetry. I was in top junior. That full year I had extracurricular activity. So more Senosha was different. Like Senosha is raw for man. It's too fast. Like everything is too fast and people are not patient. More Senosha. Because it's a small, intimate campus. If you go to the financial aid, they'll help you fast. Especially if they know her all the first year. But she's lost, let's help her.
Authentic Reflections with Lesetja Senosha.
Are you ready? Sure. Okay. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Authentic Reflections with Lesetja Senosha. Now today, I always say it's an interesting podcast, but guess what? It is an interesting podcast because I'm with an individual that is like unique from most of the individuals that we're here. For the first time in my podcast, I have someone who's outside of the religion of Christianity, but she's actually Muslim, a proud Muslim, by the way, as you can see, dressed like a Muslim. Yeah. Right here next to me, I've got Aysha Ramatena, right?
Yes.
Exactly. I got it correct this time around. You don't know how many times I tried it before we recorded. But anyways, she is a journalism graduate, a theater poet and actor, a proofreader as well as editor. You know, these journalism people like writing and stuff. A radio host. An active member of Speak Child, and she also does drawing and painting. Now, I give you the one and only, all the way from Limpopo, but she's not necessarily from Limpopo. She's Pedi, that's what I'm trying to say. But anyways, the one and only, the most interesting person and forever bubbly person I've ever met in my life. That is none other than Aysha Ramatena. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you for having me.
Are you good?
I'm happy.
Pretorian vibes. This is a typical Pretorian Han. Yeah. So, welcome to Authentic Reflections with Lesetja Senosha. And here we reflect. We go to the beginning. Who Aysha was a couple of years ago and who Aysha is now. Are you ready to reflect with us?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so I'm going to start it like I started with everyone. Where are you from?
Originally, it's Rustenburg.
Okay.
It's my dad that's from Limpopo. The Pedi is from the father, you know?
So wait. What are you saying?
The Pedi that you were talking about is from my dad.
Sharp.
So originally I'm from Northwest, Rustenburg. I grew up in a very chilled yet strict environment. So Batswadi Baga always gave me what I needed, but they always told me to get something you must earn it.
Okay.
So
they were able to provide everything.
Yes, all my essential needs. So I thank God for my mom and dad. Sharp.
Salakum salam.
Yeah. So it's actually salam. So salam means peace.
Oh.
Salam.
Okay. I'm learning here.
Yeah. If you want to make it like a bit longer, you can say Assalamu alaikum.
Peace unto you.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. I know. I get it. So Aisha is from Rustenburg, and then she came to Pretoria. Like, let me learn about Rustenburg first before you get to Pretoria. What type of neighborhood are you coming from?
If you know Soshanguve, I come from a place that's like Soshanguve. So every time I meet a Rustenburg person in Pretoria, they're just like, Otwakai. And I'm like, do you want to know? Do you actually want to know?
Yeah.
Or is this a trap? So people always assume that I come from like a very posh place, like Bo, Kashan, and Safari Tain. But na Ketswakasi.
Oh.
Yeah, Ketswakasi.
There's Cassis that side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ke godile ko Boitekong, and then we relocated to Sunrise Park, which is not far from that. So ke godile Kasi, ebe ke ya Kasi gape.
Oh.
So it's just like I went from a more dangerous place to a less dangerous place, but at the end of the
Still.
day, Kasi ki Kasi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I get you. So, why did you guys move?
Well, you see, you grow, man, as people. So I'm guessing my family was looking for like a bigger house.
Oh.
Yeah, because Quiet was a 2-bedroom, and then we moved to a 3-bedroom.
Just for you to get your own room. Oh wow.
Yeah, because Kella's born and stuff.
Oh, last born.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. So, how was the transition? Like, how? Before I get to that, how were you back when these things are disturbing me? How were you back then when you were still in primary? What type of a kid were you?
Ish, piri, but it's fine.
Okay.
In primary,
Mhm.
I used to be very
This
I used
one.
to fight. I used to fight a lot.
But are you like smiling? Where is that coming from?
No, so the tricky part kana ke gore even though ke godile Kasi,
Mm.
I went to a private school, and you know when you go to a private school and then also Kasi, people look down on you gore, or your background is like this and what. But besides that, people also looking at like my skin color or another black girl.
Sure.
So for ages, for years, I was called the K word.
Eh?
Yeah, I used to be bullied,
Yeah,
but
man.
it wasn't nice. It wasn't nice.
Which high school is that one?
I
Is it
know
primary?
it's primary.
Which one was
It was
that
a
one?
religious school. Man.
Tell us. We want to know.
It's NIMS.
NIMS.
If you're from Rustenburg, you'll know NIMS.
Is it filled with a lot of Buru people?
No, it was actually filled with a lot of Indians.
Why
But-
don't you call them the brown word? So
I'm a nice person. Me,
Ah,
I'm a
come
very
on.
nice person.
do you think racism is still there even now?
I think racism is taught. So if like your parents have grown up with it, it's up to them to unlearn it. But if they don't unlearn it, then they'll pass it on to you as a child, and you'll pass it on to other children. Because I've met like good Indians who are very kind to me, but those bad apples, those bad apples,
Yeah.
they're the ones who like ruined my life for like years, go primary, until
You
I
still have
learned.
that trauma now. You moved on.
You grow up. You grow up, Shem, as a person. The reason why I used to fight is because I was retaliating. So I went from being bullied to being a bully.
Eh?
So I used
Transition.
to. Yeah. So I moved from being the kid who was picked on, and I was picking on other people. But it wasn't that thing, I'm just picking on someone who didn't do anything to me. Nike go lata because you did something to me.
Where no
Straight.
papa.
Yeah. So if you called me something, because there was a kid, I don't remember his name. I was walking up the stairs, Honoko Primary, and I think I was in grade 6. And he's like, bloody K word. I don't like saying that word because I'm boring.
Hey, I'm not gonna say it.
Immediately, and you wait pama etwang out of anger. Second break, he still had those 4 fingers. He was from an older grade, so I was like, hey.
Banaba better.
Askies. I remember also Salakalale, this other guy, and then my teachers found me, Barikella, in the computer lab, but we're gonna lock you in here until you solve your issues. As soon as I got in there, I just told him, "Hore, Wena, just stay by that corner. I don't want you near me because what you did to me, I won't forget it anytime soon. So stay away from me." After those 2 hours, we didn't even speak. But I'm here now. I made a vow to myself. Go high school, like it in. I didn't fight at all. Go high school.
So, should you get bullied now? Do you think that thing can wake up again inside of you?
Physically,
Yeah.
I don't want to fight anymore. Like, I'm
Engathi
relaxed
makaphatheka
now.
impama, no, you won't fight back.
No, if it's in your bum, it's in your face. I mean,
No time to play.
Mpama king. No,
Yeah,
like,
so.
ah,
I'm so Bruce Lee.
so now my chat is this. Whatever you give, I give back. I don't like fighting physically. So if someone fights Lena, Kamolum, I'll probably keep quiet because now I've learned how to channel my anger into calmness. But if I get too angry, then I might say something I might regret. But if utsenyampama, I am definitely going to slap or punch you back because I am not like that. I'm going to fight back. My mom taught me to fight back.
Yes, well.
Yeah. Lego guys ba easy. Well, go banik when I was still small. Right now, people don't know me anymore. I'm that kid that you see. Hey, Lore Kabarot.
Yeah. You're dangerous.
I'm not dangerous. I'm not like she's always. I'm a chilled girl.
Maybe you're dangerous towards the people that are looking for danger from you.
Exactly. Exactly.
Ne? Wow. Okay. So let's go to high school now. Okay. Let's go. That was weird, but anyway. When you got to high school, how was it like your first day in high school? Putlu, you're a big girl now.
Hectic. It was hectic. I've never had the most nicest encounters when it comes to new environments. I don't know why. Maybe people think I'm like too different. So go primary, I was that kid who was the black kid. Go high school, I was the Muslim kid. So go high school, there were no Muslims in my school. Until like 2 years later into my high school, a boy came. But with boys, you don't see the Muslim. Like it's just a boy walking by. And people knew that I was a Muslim because I was proud that I was a Muslim. If people ask me, which church do you go to? I'll say it straight to your face. Or I don't go to a church. I go to a mosque because I'm Muslim. I grew up Islam, you know? Yeah, so go high school, first day. First day I got in a day later than other kids. So the Monday I missed it. The Tuesday, everyone knows everyone, but I know no one. Mare, the school neleko kasiak. So I walked to school. My mom just bought me uniform.
Okay.
Katena, and then they're like, no, Otana 8A. I'm just like, oh, okay. Gante 8A is the Afrikaans class.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the Afrikaans class. And then 8B, 8C till G, I think, Nele Bastwan. So the school predominantly Lesetja students who are doing Setswana. So those mostly Banababa Setswana ko skolong, they didn't go to multiracial school. So they're not used to seeing people of different races as well as different religions. So how about Aysha, the Muslim? You know,
Yeah.
and I still had that Indian/colored accent from primary. So they were like,
Where did it go now? Bring it back.
I'll say what I said when I got to high school. Like, my teacher was like, please introduce yourself to the class. I couldn't even pronounce my own surname properly because I still had that accent. You know, an accent also changes pronunciation of a lot of words. It's like, my name is Aysha Ramatena from Nurulima Muslim School. So it was, people laughed actually. But that's how I also found my friend. She was like, oh, someone I can relate to. She sounds like me.
This Sarah Martina.
Yeah. So people laughed at it. But over time, they got over it. They just got over it like 2 years later. the first 2 years were not as pleasant because I was still being called Ligula, Ligula, left, right, center, Ligula, Ligula, Ligula. And I didn't think it was a bad thing gore batho ba bona ro different, but the fact ya gore they keep reminding you that you are different. Now you're just like, what did I do? What did I do?
Guys, did I do anything wrong?
Yeah. So yeah,
Eish.
it was fine.
It was fine.
It was fair.
When you got to the end matric, were you like, F you, I'm going?
No, go matric next, not now. By the time I got to matric, I didn't care about anyone.
Everything.
Everything was chilled.
They didn't care about you as well. Being different.
I was actually popular go high school.
Okay.
I was actually popular go high school. So whenever there was like the event, go school, I'd do like poetry, and for my teachers, like Modi class and so on, if they wanted like a poster, I'd draw for them.
Evan.
So I was that kid who was like not necessarily a teacher's pet because I was also a problem in class. So the teachers
Look
liked
like one
me.
who makes
I
noise.
used to sit there by the corner and just make noise, but still pass. So I think that's why I can't say I was a teacher's pet, because every day, Aisha, waras, Aisha, you're making noise, Aisha, get out. I don't even.
open the pass.
Yeah. So not very balance.
Ah.
You must pass and play. You must pass and play.
Study hard and play harder.
Yes. So it was fun. High school was fun. High school was very fun.
But the first 2 years were
Were tricky.
Yeah.
They were tricky.
So like in the whole thing, how does it feel being different to like everyone? Like inside of you, do you feel weird, and maybe some days feel like, you know what, maybe you become lonely and stuff like that because everyone is all saying God and you're saying Allah?
And I'll say this for sure. If you don't feel strange, then you're doing something wrong. You can't want to feel like everyone. What makes you special then? Why do you want to be like everyone? At some point, Vela, I just wanted to fit in. One other thing, and I'm tired of standing out, especially because people keep reminding me. But when you grow up, you're just like, I'd rather be different. And at the end of the day, to my core strength, I believe that what I'm practicing, the belief that I believe in, is true to myself. And because it's true to myself, it's true to my being as well. So whatever people say, that's them. But how I react, that's me. So now I must just keep it at the end of I must keep it to myself. Salam from Islam means peace. So I must just be as peaceful as I can to the next person. Educate them here and there, because obviously you can't know everything about everything.
I taught very well. No?
Yeah.
To have peace.
Yes.
Wow. You see, today's a different podcast. We even outside in the wilderness because we have someone who's very spiritual. But anyways, okay. Fast forward, you finished matric and then you go to an institution of higher learning. Which one did you go to first?
No, I only started with TUT.
Directly TUT?
Straight.
Wow. Did you take any gap year or anything? Or
No.
From matric straight?
Yes. I can't. Gap year. I can't even handle December holidays. It's too long. Like, I need my brain to function.
Sure.
My mind must work. So, Tabaya gap year, I was going to lose my mind. I'm not going to lie. Now when I'm stressed, I clean. When I'm stressed, I start drawing and writing. And if I can't write, I must do something. So if I'm not doing anything, I'm panicking.
You know, I also have that problem because whenever I don't have anything to do, I feel like I'm behind on something, man.
Nah.
Like sometimes I feel like, no, man, I could be using this time to edit something. I could be, stuff like that. So I kind of get you. But like, do you ever get time to relax?
My friend Kali likes saying that rest is for the dead.
Wow.
To a certain extent, I agree, but also I believe that you need to rest as a person. Otherwise, you'll crash. I've tried it. I've tried being busy like 24/7. At some point, my body was not giving in.
Oh.
Like, I was tired physically, mentally. Like, like you feel like your mind is shutting down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't overwork yourself. It doesn't work. Yeah. Be busy,
Mm-hmm.
but don't overdo it. Utlohlanya.
Yeah.
No, utlohlanya, Shem.
Tell me about your first year coming to TUT. How was it?
First day at TUT.
First day.
First day. Hey. I even missed orientation.
Eh.
I didn't go to my orientation. I was registered for accounting.
Mm.
Uh,
They didn't want accounting. When I nyaga dipuri tša batho, journalism.
yes. Ke nyaga ditaba tsa batho.
Yo.
Kadlala. The reason why I applied for accounting is because initially I had applied for teaching, even at Northwest University. But for some reason, teaching is like a pile. Like I didn't know that teaching gets full so fast. So both institutions need it. Even UJ, I'm just like, what am I gonna do? The whole year, no course. And then I saw a post. TUT has space for 2 courses, and they put credit management and accounting. And I was like, I'll do either. So I put accounting as first option for late application, credit management second option. And then I was taken in for accounting because my maths marks were
super.
Yeah. So I was like, I'll just do accounting. And then if I like it along the way, I'll continue. But if I don't, then I'll go for teaching again. So I got, because everything was late, I missed orientation. I didn't meet people. You know, Agirika first year, people meet each other and make friends before classes even start.
Yeah.
And now I remember my classes started on the 4th of February. And then now on the 3rd was me arriving at TUT. On the 3rd, the evening, my sister Ankisa Garonkua campus, and then I unpacked my stuff, got to my room, met 3 people in my room. I'm just like, 3 people? What I live with 3 people? Kante for first years, go Garonkua campus, there's a junior res. So there's a junior female res and a male res. So it's Lechai and Chaitsu. So I was living at Chaitsu. I got to Chaitsu, and I was like, I'm sharing a room with 3 other people.
Yo.
Hectic.
What a weird system.
Yeah. But over time, I got used to it, especially because 2 of my roommates were doing the same course as me, so they helped me a lot. So that's basically it. I got to TUT, did a course I didn't want to do, eventually dropped out of that course, and then started afresh.
Went to journalism.
Yeah.
Did you fail it?
Failed what?
The accounting course.
I dropped out. I didn't even finish.
Were you passing or were you failing it?
I was failing and passing.
What if maybe the reason why you left it is because you were not, it's kicking you?
It's part of the reason. I think if I was passing everything, I'd probably continue. But because there were some modules that I was failing, I
What
didn't.
made you fail? Like, in high school, where you were a top learner?
I wasn't a top learner. I was just a hard worker. I've never been the A student. I've never been the DAX learner. I've just been above average, you know. So, Khagitsanamo varsity, everything is just overwhelming. My mom is not telling me do your assignments. So at some point, I was relaxing there. I can safely say that part of me failing was because I was also relaxed. So, and the reason why I also dropped out is because the modules I was failing were my majors, and I was passing my minors. So, nahana opasa bo communications, bo economics, but you're doing accounting. And you fail financial accounting, you know? So, I didn't qualify for my financial accounting 1A exam and financial accounting 1B exam, as well as cost accounting. So, all the accountings were fails, but all the other modules were passes. I'm just like, accounting is not for me.
Yeah.
So I left it. And, it was stressful. It was a hard decision to make.
Wait, I just want to know something. Like, what are some of the reasons that led you to relax and like stop focusing and stuff like that? Because I know for some people, as first years they relax because now is attention of men, there's other things that are involved in the picture. Or some of them, there's lack of food and stuff like that. Some of them have all of these other social issues. So what made you lose focus?
And I'll tell you this for sure. What made me relax was because I didn't care. I didn't care about accounting. I didn't care about going to class. And I had a very wonderful lecturer, may his soul rest in peace. Ma'am Chabalala was amazing at accounting. Even if you didn't do accounting in high school, you would pass it. I'd get in late.
And you failed anyway.
You know?
Yeah.
I'd get in late. And also I'd find distractions. So Mr. and Mrs. TUT. Kakenala Drama Society. I did poetry. I was in top junior. That full year I had extracurricular activities more than academics. So I was just like, I was everywhere. But academically I was just like,
absent.
Get sharp. But I had to remind myself, you need to pass at least 50% of these modules.
Otherwise you're out.
Otherwise you're out. So at least I got my NSFAS again.
Aish. Lucky you. Wow. That's a very interesting story. Hey, no, okay, fast forward, you left you left accounting, then you came to Social Nguve. You did journalism. Now tell me about that. Now, for the first year, for the second time.
Hey, 2.1. Or barring 1.2.
Yeah. First year, 1.2.
So, more social was different. Like, social is raw for man. It's too fast.
Yo.
Like, everything is too fast and people are not patient. More social. Because it's a small, intimate campus. If you go to the financial aid, they'll help you fast. Especially if they know her only first year. But she's lost, let's help her. Most of they don't even care to ask. Or they probably assume, hi, this one has been in the institution for long. Plus, now I had this tendency of wearing t-shirts everywhere. So extramural activities.
Oh, you are first year 1.2.
Yeah. So now I'm wearing two t-shirts and I'm asking for help. It's like, this one knows TUT, she's asking us for help. So I'm assuming that's probably part of the reason why they didn't care enough. But the reason why social was a bit difficult for now was that, firstly, accommodation-wise, I was struggling. I applied for res. They put me on the waiting list for 2 years.
Oh.
So at some point, I had to rent. I rented for first year, and then second year, I found a res, but it was still not an on-campus res because it kept me on that waiting list. So I had to go to an accredited res. So it was tough, but course-wise, I felt like I belong.
Oh.
In class, this is me, man.
This is where I belong. To be.
I was supposed to be here in the first place.
Where were you going?
I don't know where I was going. I don't know.
But you went and went and went.
I don't know where I was going, accounting. Yeah. But it kind of helped me also because it helped me realize poetry is a thing that I like. Drama is a thing that I like. Performing. So even though I wasn't focusing on my studies, campus, all the other things I was doing on the side were helping me grow, especially programs some TUT like Top Junior. I met amazing mentors. This is how life is.
Mr. Pax.
But Mr. Pax, but Mr. Pax was at Pretoria campus. At the time, Mr. Machale Kucharanku. Mr. Makhala was amazing.
Funniest guy ever. I know him.
He was amazing.
He likes doing jokes.
Yeah, he likes doing jokes.
Is he a comedian?
Jokes. In his own right, yes. I believe at my core that he's
definitely
a comedian.
Yeah. I've seen how.
So these
I've
programs,
met him
they are
as well.
tools.
He's a very good guy. Very smart.
Very smart.
Okay. So and then you started a new story that I want us to begin. Your journey in poetry now. Okay. Like I've seen you perform for the first time. When I saw you perform, bruh, I even got goosebumps. I'm like, this girl, Sadi, wapa, tika, tika, kata. You and that other traditional girl, The short one.
That's my friend Busi. Busi see you.
Oh, she used to wear beads and everything.
Yes.
Oh,
Very amazing poet.
no, and you did a poem that I was against it. The one that about a white boy and a black boy. No. There's two boys, man.
It's black boy.
Black
It's
boy and
just
white
a black boy.
Ah, yeah. That
He just
poem is
has
wrong.
he just has a dark side and a bright side.
That poem is wrong. It's very racist. For someone who's coming from a racist school, I was not expecting that from you. Have you ever recorded it?
In the poem.
Yeah. On your YouTube, do you have it?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
please.
have part of it.
Yeah, please share it with me so that I can give it to the people. They can hear what you are saying about black boys. Wow.
That poem is nice. That poem got me an award last year.
You.
That poem.
Hi.
That poem.
Man, I feel like it's too dark, man. For the black boys,
Sometimes you must be dark. As a performer, sometimes you must be dark. Just like play around with people's thoughts. Sometimes just try it.
It's just something. It's just something. Okay, so your journey in poetry, how did it begin and how did everything start?
You won't believe me. You won't believe me. It
Okay.
started go primary.
Okay.
So go primary. I used to be here, even though I was bullied. I used to be here.
Yeah.
So I used to love reading a lot.
Mm.
I remember my teacher wrote this poem. I don't know if she wrote it or if she got it somewhere else, but she gave it to me to memorize.
Okay.
She gave it to me to memorize. Memorize this poem and perform it for the school.
Wow.
So I'm not sure if I performed it for the school or for the class, but I was young at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why the vision is still a bit blurry. So the poem was I Am Special, and I still remember it to this day. Hore, this poem is part of who I am. So I memorized the poem, did it, and then in primary I was just doing the speech. So if there was an event go skolong, I'd be doing a speech or I'd be singing. You know, people like it when children sing for some reason.
Yeah.
And I know I was singing bums back then. I was I'm not gonna lie, but I was singing in primary and I was also like doing the speech. And then I tried writing poetry go primary because academically poetry has a certain structure to it. I wanted to rhyme and I wanted it to be like bo roses are red, violets are blue, sugar is sweet, but not as sweet as you, you know?
Oof. Oh.
But I was too
I'm
young.
taking that line. I'm gonna use it on some girl.
I was I was too young to know that there's a variety to poetry. So I was like, hey, this is hard. This whole rhyming thing is not for me. I'm leaving poetry completely. And then when I got to high school, there was an event and this other girl, Bare Katlego Mantu, she got on stage and she did this beautiful poem about our school. And I was like, yes, that's nice. I want to do that.
Eish.
I want to do that.
I see myself doing that.
Yeah, so Katlego was like a beautiful inspiration to me because it was that thing, yeah. Oh no, the notion that I had on poetry isn't actually boxed. You like it's open. You can play around with it. So I started writing my own things and over time got the courage to perform them for the school. I competed even. I didn't even win go skolo. Like for like external competitions, didn't even win the poetry competitions. Then you win again, but I was like, I still love this. You know, I still love this. And the reason why I got into writing was because it felt like a very safe space because of the bullying and all.
Yeah.
So I would write, feel better. So, Hagizanamo varsity, I was still performing. I was known Vela from first year. This is the girl poem. You believe there's this other guy, Umpita Poetry.
Wow.
Thank you, sir. And then along the way, I met the likes of Butler. And then I attended workshops, became part of the Speak Child Poetry movement, and met more amazing poets, seeing performances, Tabo Masai, Seburu, Bosowetri. Bomudisi Sekhote, and other people. I'm just like, okay, I like poetry. I feel like I belong here. Yes, it's tough, but it feels like me. So it's like, I'm staying.
Uyahlala.
Ke a nna.
Ake saya
A
feel.
ke go-
Then
So I
ever
stay.
since then and then you
Mm,
wow. You must play one poem for us, no? Please.
sure.
Yeah. Little later on, before this podcast, stay tuned because she's gonna do something. Yeah. So, like, you mixed poetry and becoming an thespian,
Mm.
an actor on the theater and stuff. Like, how did that begin now?
So, like I said, I was joining a lot of things. Like,
Yo.
so I got to TUT. I was looking for a poetry group. There was no poetry group at all. So there was a person go, the director of extracurricular development, go DED. I don't know, just join the drama society. Maybe they can help you out with your poetry. I was like, that's fine. I don't like accounting anyway. So let me just join drama. I joined drama and then I met Braji, um, George, George. Bra George taught me everything in terms of drama and performing. I didn't even know that I could act. I knew that I could convey feelings in my poems, but I didn't know it's acting. I just thought it's performing. So I got into drama. He made us perform a few theater productions, and Ibile we entered one that was hosted in Pretoria in 2019, the Higher Education Institutions Performing Arts Festival. So that was my first break,
Hyper?
a Hyperfest. So that was my first break into acting for like large audiences. It was like, even judges, yeah. I didn't even know that it's a big thing.
Wait, were you part of the crew Yabo Polelo?
No,
The one that won?
no. Oh, this time around, yes, but at the time I was with Garangwa campus.
Oh.
So when I was with Garangwa campus, I was still new into acting. And then the reason why I stayed in acting at the time was because I saw the growth, and I even got nominated to be the best actress. I was just like, first year, okay. Thank you. So
Proper
like,
stuff.
okay, Khorare, I'm actually good at this thing. So Braji was mentoring me, but it was tough in terms of mentorship when I changed campuses. Because now I'm too far from him to be a mentee. And when I got to Soshanguve campus, I tried joining Drama Society and then COVID happened. Ruined my life. Well, it didn't ruin my life, it happened.
Life happened.
Yeah, so I completely left drama, went back, ka kopana le Bra Akajo. Lene, he was a good mentor to me, but then again, I left drama again. And then I went back to performing for Hyper last year. 2023 June. I competed, go Hyperfest, but this time around not as an actor, but just as an individual poet. So in terms of the production that they were having, drama, Soshanguve campus, I was there, but I was not there. So I performed like Nagiliwan, and then I managed to win. So
Evan! That's the champion here. Wow. Like, how was it? Like, I want the feeling. I've never had that feeling whereby they announce and the winner for the best poet. Yes. Then there's a drum roll. Aysha Ramatena. Like, how does it feel?
it feels amazing. It feels unreal. And for some reason, I felt like I was gonna lose. Maybe nearly that thing, because so many people brought the prop and everything. Because that competition, people never listed the prop, or they were lying on the ground. And my poems are quite simple in terms of set design. Now I'm plain. My poem speaks for me. Like I won't put the low, But I want to try that too, because that also makes poetry quite nice to look at. But my poem, if you were watching it and not listening, you would think, this one's gonna lose, because it looked boring. Like I wasn't doing much. People were dancing, people were singing, people brought props, and I was just there in all black. That was just me. So that was the thing that made me think, oh, maybe I'm gonna lose, because obviously people look at creativity, stage presence, and all that. But because my poem spoke for me, I was like, okay. And then even before the award ceremony started, um, the people from our drama society at Soshanguve campus, Bopolelo, even Para Akajo, the drama director, they're like, Aisha, you are going to win. I don't know why I didn't believe them, but Aisha, you're going to win. When that name came up, I was like, yeah, Vele, okay. Before I could even get to the stage, people were lifting me up. I almost fell, and I wasn't even dressed for the occasion. I was wearing sandals, I was wearing sandals and a tight denim jacket, a black, and a black scarf. I was not prepared to go on stage. If I knew I was gonna wear nice stuff,
But in your mind, you're not thinking where you're gonna win. Yeah.
I didn't prepare myself. I wish I knew. I was gonna look nice. I was gonna wear a heel, you know. Get
Wow, that's I have to win something, guys. Help me win something.
from your
What
mouth to God's ears,
what
man.
do I do? I really want that experience. Okay, so wow, that was nice. So now you are a full-time poet.
Yes.
Like how do you having any challenges and stuff in terms of poetry, or it's just smooth sailing there because you work based on what you have?
I don't think it's smooth sailing. I don't know everything about poetry. I'll tell you that. I'm still learning. I want to improve my craft. So I can't say I'm perfect. People might think I am, but I actually am not. There are people that I still want to learn from. So I want to improve my craft. See if I can make this like an actual thing that can make money for me as well.
Yeah.
Because one thing about being an artist, people will play around with you and want to pay you guy exposure. And exposure doesn't pay mutagas. Exposure I pay limits. So if you're not giving me anything and I tell you that I can't perform for you, you're not supposed to take it too hard. Like I don't want to do things for you. At the end of the day, work is work. Unless vele vele I volunteered my services, then that's fine. You know? Yeah.
Because I'm just thinking about you, like you have a very interesting story, man. Like you won, not thinking you're gonna win. People bringing the props and stuff like that, but they still say Aisha. Wow. Do you know that poem?
Yeah.
Is it the one you're gonna perform for us today?
I performed the Air Black Boy, the one that you don't like.
Hey!
But with a twist.
Can you do it?
There was Black Girl also. So there was Black Boy and Black Girl.
Can you do it?
The Black Girl or the Black Boy?
The one that made you win. Which one is that one?
Both.
The black boy.
Okay.
You can do it. Ne?
I can do like 2 stanzas.
Okay, just give them a teaser. Ne? But
Yeah.
start with that intro of yours and then go to it.
My intro is in like a poetry.
Yeah.
No problem.
I'm ready for this one. I'm really ready for this one. But anyways, let's move on and go to the other things. So you also want to venture into radio hosting and everything. Like, how did you become a radio host? I want to listen to you. Hey, listen to Aysha Ramatena on The Daily Show.
So my major,
At TVTFM.
yeah, journalism was broadcast. I was majoring in broadcast. So print was something that I had to teach myself outside the confinements of the institution, yeah, TVT. So I remember I was volunteering Go Salam Media. It's in Joburg. It's a community radio station. So I was there, but I wasn't hosting there. I was just like a content contributor because I couldn't come every day. So I'd see people host, go, okay, I want to do this. And then last year I got a chance to be a host for this other show, student show, go Tshwane FM, called Bua Le Rona. So I was hosting it for like a good 6 months, and it was fun, and it was nice.
It was fire.
You know, the first time, the first show was horrible. The first show was horrible because I remember Kamo from Tshwane FM made me listen back to it. I was like,
Oh, what?
Firstly, I was screaming into the mic. It's like I didn't know a lot of things. The cues and all. I was forgetting time. It was a mess. It was a complete mess. And I remember I felt discouraged for like a good 2 weeks. I don't want to do this again. What if I do it again?
Eish.
Kante bare no, these things happen, trial and error. At some point, you're gonna get the hang of it. And the last show was amazing. So, no, I can confidently say that radio hosting into Cite in terms of being calm as well, because you must look at time and go radio a cut.
Yeah,
It's live. You go with the
go.
flow. So any mistake, improvise. So I had to learn those things, and with time, they improved me as a person, as a presenter, as a performer. So it was nice. It was nice.
It was proper.
It was proper.
I definitely enjoyed that one. So I want to make the performance quite dramatic. Maybe you can sit on that rock, position the cameras properly, give you the headphones for your background music.
Sure.
I'm ready for this one. But anyways, this is Aisha. Yeah, I'm gonna give you the socials in the comment section so that you can know her and everything. Aisha, thank you for coming to Authentic Reflections with Lesetja Senosha. I think we spoke about most things about you. Some of them we might have not covered them, but at the end of the day, don't give people your everything. Just give that little potion so that they keep on wanting more.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just want your final message to someone who's in their early stages of their career, who's aspiring to become someone like you, who is now a journalist who does print for TUT. By the way, I didn't mention that she's writing for TUT Journal, and she's going to be putting me there. And someone who's as interesting as you. Like, do you have a boyfriend right now?
No.
Are you looking for one?
No. I'm looking for a husband.
Oh, okay. Someone who's looking for a husband at a very tender age. Are you comfortable with telling people your age?
Yeah.
How old are you?
Jordan, Baba.
23 years old, if you don't know
23.
Jordan, for the old folks. But anyways, I want you to just give someone out there a motivation, Yana, or what can they do to potentially become this aspiring person, and maybe your daily routine as well, just to get them a gist of this is what you have to do in order to work for your craft and stuff like that. So,
I don't like saying much, ne? But I will say this: be kind to yourself. Life has a race. Life as a race. If you look at what your friends are doing or what people go kasiyaha are doing, and you want to compare yourself to them, it's only gonna kill you, especially if they're doing much better than you. Life as a race. Mudimu na plan for when. Just continue to pray, continue to meditate, plan ahead, but just be kind. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others.
definitely be kind to others. I am an advocate of that because I believe everyone is supposed to be kind. Like myself right now, I'm kind enough to create a podcast for you. Just for you! But anyways, thank you for watching. Stay tuned to see her performance. We are going to record it now. Sharp.
Hi, you probably know this already, but my name is Aysha. Well, it's more like Aysha Ramatena ngwana wa Bokoni Buphirima, daughter of the soil. Born and bred in the platinum city of Rustenburg. Black, Muslim. And it's not Muslim or Islam's, it's Muslim. Not that hard to say or dangerous as the media portrays it to be. It is peaceful. My way of life. I'm a spoken word artist, which is just a fancy way of saying that I enjoy telling stories. What I love about what I do is that no matter how scared I am, people still listen to me. They connect, they relate, and they are intrigued by my stories. Spoken word has made me unapologetic. It has taught me to voice my opinions without asking for permission, and to some extent, it has made me Aysha. Black boy is magic. Black boy is magic. Black boy is magic. Black boy takes the magic. Black boy gives you the magic. Black boy is the magic. Black boy is magic, but not the beautiful kind. His type of sorcery is evil. It is witchcraft. It can turn your smile into a frown by the power of his tongue. He will hurt you. He will make sure that you know your place. He won't tell you that you are beautiful. He will just stay there silent, and you will have to think of him. The father of a black boy taught him how to use his fists to show that he loves a woman. Her smile to him is the bruises he leaves on her face whenever he uses her as a punching bag. Black boy will leave you when you need him most. He will use his tongue to curse your whole existence, that you will end up praying that he turns into a better version of himself. Black girl is magic. Black girl is magic. Black girl is magic. Black girl takes the magic. Black girl gives you the magic. Black girl is the magic. Black girl is magic. Magic that destroys everything that it touches. She is a product of a broken home, and because of this, home wrecking does not seem like a foreign concept to her. The mother of a black girl taught her that mosadi o tshwara thipa ka fa bogale, even if that means that the sharp blades of that same knife cut her deep. Mukadza no shingirira. As if when tears fall onto the ground, it is a sign of weakness. Watinta bafazi, watinti mbogoto. Not allowing black girl to show any soft parts of her black people are magic.
Authentic Reflections with Lesetja Senosha.